All right, guys, I got a lot of stocks I want to take a look at today, so I'm going to get straight to the charts. Let's take a look at Tesla first. Tesla, big breakout today. Looks like it broke above that wedge that I drew out in the last video. Now, is this a confirmation of a bullish break? I wouldn't be super confident yet. Ideally, the bulls will want to hold above this wedge by the end of the week to have that weekly candle close above that wedge. It looks like a potential little bull flag on the weekly. You have that big lower wick of buying the dip. Now we're back above that red line, the 4-week moving average, showing strength. Potentially working on a bullish MACD cross on the weekly. We haven't gotten that yet, but it is curving. We're getting close. RSI showing some strength on the weekly. It's above 50, and that suggests that the momentum is turning in favor of the bulls right now on Tesla. Now, the next clear resistances we're looking at is that $692 mark, which is the 150-day moving average. Then we're also looking at that $700 psychological, which is also the high of this day right here. If bulls can break above that area, that would be a big show of confidence on the side of the bulls. It would leave a lot of bears in the red, a lot of volume that would be in the red for the bears, and a lot of bulls would be sitting in the green, comfortable with their positions, and that could suggest further upside. We did have this big pullback, but it didn't start a downtrend. It had this big pullback, and now the bears are going to be looking to set a lower high below that $700 mark. That's when the bears are going to want to step in, prevent the stock from breaking that resistance, and prevent it from setting that higher high and get a pullback tomorrow. If there's a gap up, I wouldn't be surprised there's some profit taking and a bit of a pullback to retest this line right here, this resistance, previous resistance trend line. Bulls will want to hold that as a support. So I wouldn't be surprised we get a gap up, a little bit of a sell-off tomorrow to retest this line so bulls can try to hold it as a support, and bears will want to step in and try to hold this area, that $700 mark, as a resistance. It is possible, of course, that the bulls blow right past that resistance area, head straight to that upper Bollinger Band, which is around the $709 mark as of today. That is most definitely possible, but I think it would be a little bit overextended at that point, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that. So what are going to be the signs that it's either going to go bullish and break past that resistance, or the signs that it's going to double top around that area? What would be the signs? Well, first, I would look for how it's going to react right out of the gate. Is it going to open high and then start selling off? And if it does it set that support point? Is there going to be a high volume spike on the 5-minute chart and then it starts rebounding and then passes that high of the day? That would be a good sign. If it just straight opens high and then dumps and goes straight to this line, I would doubt that it's going to push right back all the way up there. Now, if I do think it's going to, let's look on the 5-minute chart. What would I want to see? Let's say this is tomorrow. We open high. We open at 690, 695. What you're going to want to see is you're going to want to see a pullback, possibly 680 or so, and then push right back up. You want to see a volume spike, and then you want to see some green candles, push right back up, break the high of the day, and then go break that $700 mark. As a bear, you want to see a flush down straight to this lower level, low 670s, and then you don't want to see much of a bounce. You want to see a little bounce, but not much of a bounce. And just slow consolidation at the lows. That's what you would want to see as a bear tomorrow. What do I think is going to happen? I think it's a little bit of a hard call here. It's a little bit of a hard call for me here because I see the momentum is strong to the upside. But if it does push a lot further, we're going to be quite far away from that red line, the 4-day moving average. And you know, part of my strategy is we can't get too far from that red line, or otherwise that suggests a sell point. But I wouldn't be surprised to see another green candle over here tomorrow. And that would be a big move on the side of the bulls. So I'm a little bit unsure here. I'm a little indecisive. I'm kind of 50-50. 50% of me says we're going to blow right past, head to that upper Bollinger Band right around that 710 to 715 mark. And that would be a big move. And the other 50% says we're going to top out right around this high. What I would do if I was in a position, I would sell as close to 700 as I could. You know, if I was a trader, if you're a long-term investor, I don't even You don't need to worry too much. Do your thing. If you believe in this company, hold it for the long term. As a trader, I would be looking at that $700 mark. I would probably sell or take a short position right around that $700 mark as close as I could. And if I sold and it broke that $700 mark, what you could do is just re-enter a little bit higher, not much higher. You could re-enter on that break, and then you could sell at that next resistance area, which would be around that $710, $715 mark if you're a short-term trader. If you're a bull, you can top fish right around there, take a short position right around that $700 mark as close as you can as possible, and you have your stop loss right above that $700 mark so that if the trade doesn't go your way, you exit with a small loss. So that's what I would be looking for tomorrow on Tesla. Overall chart is looking okay, but again, the bulls want to see this resistance break, that $700 mark. That's very critical, and the bulls are going to want to do that tomorrow. Right now, you look on the daily, the MACD, it was starting to converge bearish, but it was negated as of now. So the bulls are going to need that push to set that higher high, to break that resistance, and to show that they are in power and in control right now in Tesla. What's interesting is that it's not only Tesla that's going up. Quite a few of the other EV stocks, not all of them, but some of the other ones, the majority of them are doing well today. And not only that, but some of the other ones I'm going to look at today. Albemarle Corporation, they're a big lithium mining company. And LAC, they saw decent sized moves today as well. And so it looks like just in general, the EV sector or the clean energy sector, in which lithium is a big part of the clean energy sector, lithium is one of the main components that they use to make the batteries. They're kind of running together. And these stocks all ran together at the same time before. Look at that big January run. Take a look at Tesla. Big run around the same time. These stocks ran together and they're running together again right now. So are we re-entering a bull market when it comes to EV and electric vehicles and clean energy? Because the bull market stopped for a while. The stocks got too overbought. There was too much FOMO. Too many people bought high and there was a lot of profit taking, and the stocks, most of them, entered a bear market for quite some time. Is it going to re-enter a bull market? I don't think it's going to be that easy. I don't think it's going to happen that fast. Okay? You look on this weekly chart, LAC, there's still some red flags here. Okay? But potentially, well, I'll get to LAC soon. I'm going to get it to another video. I'm not going to look at it now. But this looks okay. This looks okay as of now because we're breaking that downtrend resistance line. Looks like a potential bull flag on the weekly on Tesla. Bulls want to head up, break this bull flag, and head towards that upper Bollinger Band on the weekly. And then you'll have that low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, and another higher high on the weekly, showing a lot of strength in the favor of the bulls. And the bulls are really going to want to get that bullish MACD cross on the weekly chart on Tesla. So I'm a little bit 50-50 tomorrow, but I laid out my plan and what I would look for if I was in a position right now, if I was looking to take a position. Re-watch the video, take a look at what I was looking at, and that's what I would do. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll make more videos soon. I'm going to drop a lot tonight. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and please press that like button to encourage me to keep dropping these videos. It's very important to me. Thank you guys so much, and check out my site, 10baggerstocks.com. Thanks, guys.